everybody. First of all, wow, what a group of people. This is an amazing collection. Thank you for being here and welcome. This week's focus is on alignment. Talking about our mission, our standards, and our teaching being aligned, and then taking that into tracking our success and reflecting and reporting that through assessment. And what I wanted to talk about today is choosing carefully those assessments and making sure we use that data in good ways. My question, my big question, is how can we use curriculum and assessment alignment to help us create gung-ho raving fans for physical education, for physical activity, for health, for wellness. Gung-ho, those are the people that really are into what they're doing. That's who you are. You're gung-ho folks. You're gung-ho in your schools, you turn other people on to what you do, you care about it, you talk about it in your community, you talk about it to your families. And we want to create kids that are gung-ho about physical education, physical activity, and are raving fans of our programs. Some of the concerns we've had over the years are we have students that are receiving an A in physical education because they showed up and dressed out. And we think, well, that's not really what we want to do. Physical education is not taken seriously by most of the community at times. We think the grade in PE should mean something. It should be able to be explained clearly, and it should be based on our standards. And we should know if our students are mastering the standards or not. Because if we don't know, how do we change what we do to make it better? So I wanted to suggest today that rather than follow education, we should lead education to an even better place. Because quite frankly, I don't think in even reading and math and science and social studies, they do a very good job of getting kids gung-ho about their subject, always, and about making sure their assessment really helps them know what they should be doing better. Now, it's getting better and better in terms of reading, I know. They look at what the pieces are the kids know, and they try to make sure they target those pieces. They have response to intervention. This kid is not getting it this way, we're going to try it another way. But I think we could lead to a new level of communicating with kids and parents about what they need to learn and what they are learning. So I loved PE as a student. I was pretty good at things. I enjoyed it. I could climb the rope, and that was really cool and fun for me. I loved to move. That was sort of what I did. And I bet that's true of most of you. Right? We all together there? But I had friends that didn't love PE. My best friends had really hard experiences in PE. Margie and Dale just did not feel supported and cared for in those same physical education classes that I felt were a joy. And that has colored everything I've done in my career, is knowing what their experience was like compared to what my experience was like. So I want you to just think about my friends Margie and Dale. Margie and Dale would have loved to love physical education the way I did. They wanted that for their lives, but they didn't get it. And it was partly because they weren't as comfortable in movement as I was. It was partly because we didn't provide the environment for them to be able to do that. So some of my basic personal beliefs: success should be accessible to every student. We need to figure out how to do that. We talk about the health philosophy and fitness for life and physical best and fitnessgram. We're talking about health. We're talking about everybody. We're talking about this being for a lifetime and it being personal for every person. So the health philosophy is really central to what we do. We need to focus on improvement and be realistic about how much people can improve in what kind of time frame so that they can be successful in those times. We need to talk a lot about being student-centered and choices for students and students taking responsibility. When we talk about assessment, it should be a lot about students' responsibility for assessment.